Hello and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh to Dr. Amzari. Today, uh, today I would like to present about digital fly by wire system. My name is Izul Aiman bin Izzuddin Effendi and my matrix number is 200625. Okay, for the first one, introduction. What is fly-by-wire? Fly-by-wire is a generally accepted term for the closed control system which use computer to process the control inputs made by the pilot or autopilot and send corresponding electrical signals to the control actuators. These arrangements replace mechanical linkage and means the pilot's input don't directly move to the control surface. Instead, the input read by the computer and successfully determine a way to control the surface to achieve what the pilot want. Basically, um, the input or the information was travel in electrical impulse. Okay, that's it for introduction. For the second slide is the history. From where? What is the first plane use the FBW, the fly by wire? Okay, according to this timeline, in 1958, the Avro Canada is the first non-experiment aircraft with the fly-by-wire control. The first without experimental. Okay. After that, in 1964, the Apollo Lunar Landing Research Vehicle is the first fly-by-wire without a mechanical backup. But it's almost killed Neil Armstrong when the control system quit during training in 1968. After that, in 1972, NASA, National Aeronautical Researcher, flies an F8 with the digital fly-by-wire, the system that we use today. Okay, after that, the Airbus A320 is officially unveiled with the first airliner with the digital fly-by-wire. And the latest one is the South Falcon 7X become the first business jet certified with a digital fly-by-wire. The digital fly-by-wire is mainly used in military um aeronautical transport because of its advantage. It's easy and faster. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. For the next slide is the working principle. So as you can see, the working principle for this fly-by-wire. So the flight data which utilized by flight computers for prevent dangerous actions, maneuvers, stabilize the plane and stabilize the plane and control the plane are pitch your roll rate and linear acceleration. So this is one of the flight data, and then in the angle of attach and side slip, the airspeed, pressure, altitude, and radio altimeter indications, side stick, yoke, and pedal demands. So how many pressure needs. So other cabin commands such as landing gear condition, thrust level position, and etc. So this is what is this flight data? This is one of the flight data. This is the flight data that we can take, and then okay. So back to the first to the working principle, fly-by-wire could be a system that replaces the standard manual mechanical flight be it controls of an aircraft and electronic interface. So fly-by-wire, it means that we have the autopilot and many more. So if we have the manual mechanical flight, it's like manual machines. Is that we conduct the machine itself. We ourselves conduct the machine without the help of any other electronics. So a DPS, ADPS is interposed between the pilots and also the final actuator surface. The term fly-by-wire. The term fly-by-wire implies a purely electrically signal system. So everything is automatically done by the system. The movements of control which are commanded by pilots are converted to electronic signals. So as I said just now, we can say just now the everything, the controls, everything, the yaw, the pitch, and everything are made automatically converted from pilots itself to the electronic signals and transmitted by wires to the flight control computer, and control computers determine the way to move actuators at each aerofoil. So at each aerofoil, at each wings, aerofoil, and everything, the computer determine the way to move the actuators. But of course, we have a very perfect system, perfect program to make this thing works. So that's it for my part for the working principle. So thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and my name is Haji Izzuddin Shah Biraja Muhammad Azhan Shah. My metric number is 200963. Now I will be presenting the analysis of digital fly-by-wire system, or DFBW, DFBWS. The main advantages of fly-by-wire systems are the reduced weight of an aircraft. So using many digital equipment in an aircraft, it can reduce the need for many flight crews. So automatically it reduces the weight of the aircraft. Next is improved reliability. This is the reliability of an aircraft increases using digital fly-by-wire system. Next one is damage tolerance. Less damage can occur to a modern aircraft which are using fly-by-wire system. And okay, the next one is simpler control of unnecessarily highly maneuverable aircraft. So as we all know, digital fly-by-wire system have a function which is called autopilot. Autopilot helps the pilots to fly the plane without working so hard. So it reduces the workload of the flight crews, and it reduces the workload of the flight crew. So next one is fly-by-wire system ensures an optimized stream setting, which causes the reduction of drag forces. And the last one is fly-by-wire system ensures reduction of maintenance operations. As we all know, modern aircraft requires low maintenance compared to old aircrafts. One of the reason is because they use fly-by-wire system, so the engineer can just program it or just change the faulty part, because the system will let the technician know which part is not working. Okay. Next one is the disadvantages of using digital fly-by-wire system. Okay, the disadvantage is one of it is failure of electrical systems in an aircraft, such as short circuit, system overload, may lead to the system shutdown and cause the aircraft to crash if the pilot is not experienced enough to handle the situation. Okay, the next one is the pilot the pilot movement of the stick or yoke isn't physically connected to the flight surface, so the feedback is lost in the aircraft. Okay. The next one is when in an emergency, the computer might not might might not let the pilot to do something that the to do the something that might save the plane from crashing or whatsoever, because the system isn't programmed to do so. So the pilot will face problem difficulties to save the aircraft. Uh, so many pilots don't like to give up control to a flight by wire system, especially in emergency situation where the pilot might have may have to do something unusual to retain control of the aircraft. So sometimes the digital fly-by-wire system does not let the pilots to do something which is actually unusual in a flight. So the pilot cannot save the plane. That's all from me.
Okay, thank you, my friend, for the clarification about analysis of DFWS, or we call it by digital fly-by-wire system. So next, continue to my point. My point is about application of DFBWS, or we call it by digital fly-by-wire system. Okay, the first one is the general dynamics for F-16 was first of the production for the FBW, or we call it by fly-by-wire. The spacecraft orbiter has all-digital fly-by-wire system. Next, the system first exercised as the only real control system during the glider and power flight, approach, and landing tests. That began on the satellite Enterprise during 1977. The next one is the production start during 1984. The Airbus Industries Airbus A320 became the first airliner to fly with an all-digital fly-by-wire system. And during 2005, the Dassault Falcon 7X became the first business jet with fly-by-wire control system. And the last one, the digital fly-by-wire without a closed electric circuit was integrated in 2002 within the primary generation embryo. And next, continue to my next slide. My next slide is about the conclusion from this presentation. So as we can know, the use of the fly-by-wire system control system, or we call it by FBWS, has created huge benefit huge benefit for the aerospace industry, reducing the load of the system, creating multi-redundant flight control system, which ultimately increase the flight safety for all airplanes equipped by the fly-by-wire system. The leap analog fly-by-wire system to the digital fly-by-wire system is another great step forward within the evolution process of fly-by-wire system. The present generation airplane is given FBW system, but in the future, the new design will migrate to the fly-by-light system, or we call it by FBL, for the airplane system. So that's all from our team, and thank you.